you're packing, I'll take a picture of you.
You took a picture of me? Okay. Just hold it up. You don't need to see anything. No. Go like this. Now.
What do I press to,
It's actually recording. It was recording you end up coming in there. I turned it just when you came in. Where am I going to again? I probably should just check that.
Home, no more home to me, whither must I wander?
So I'm going to Norway for Monday to Friday.
Cold blows the winter wind over hill and heather, thick drives the rain. Cheers.
Cheers.
This nothingness is being offered all the time. This is nothingness, apparently smoking, apparently drinking.
Don't mention smoking. I'm joking. Sorry. No, I'm not smoking. That's one thing I'm not doing when I'm over here.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody's
Sorry,
smoking.
delete that part.
Nobody is smoking here.
Nothing is happening, but our impression is that always things are happening. Because when we are born as babies, we live without sensing that we are an organism, an entity. It's simply blank. We don't have any recollection of the mother being there as a mother, as a separate object. All this subject part of me being this baby and my mother's breasts, they don't appear to be different. It's just a kind of a sense of oneness. There are no objects there. Then the senses, as the child grows, grabs its toys, and this sensation of it being something else than itself is kind of guided by, hello Robin, oh that's nice rock Robin, oh that's Robin. We kind of from the senses and from what we're being told get the idea that I am here holding a stone. And it's absolutely not the case. And as long as this sense of an I remains, all that I see can be described as other than me. Even I can say, this is my left hand. I seem to be able even to talk about myself, my body as an object. Yes, my body in a sense is an object, as long as there is this sense of an I talking about something. Language is bound to function within duality. It's always locked to a we seeing something, we experience something, I experience something, I know something, I can be taught this, I can be taught that. It's all enhancing this sense of there really being an I. So in one way, the most radical thought you can ever come across is the possibility that this I really don't exist.
Thank you very much.
Would you like to mix in more of this? He has but that feeling of not being able to express this, that is here all the time. Regardless of what I say. We cannot describe this in language. We simply try to point at the possibility of there not being any you, there not being any me. And what is that? I would like to experience that. No, it cannot be experienced. Once this is revealed as this, there is no I that can sense that this is this. It is this I sense, this ego sense, this self sense, the sense of there being a soul that actually prevents us from this. So how can I get to this then? It's always this game of the mind going on and on and on and on. It's always this sense of what now? The one asking that question is, in a sense, what needs to drop, or, yeah. Go away!
Now, oh, I've just moved there, didn't I?
Asking something that does not exist to go away is like people trying to conquer this ego. They cannot conquer something that does not exist. So this afternoon in September 99, I was simply walking up to the lighthouse where me and my girlfriend lived, and I was simply walking back home, and I saw these falcons playing in the wind, simply flying, and I was just watching them, and suddenly they flew over the ocean and disappeared from my sight, and Robin disappeared. It's very awkward. Suddenly, it's like falling off a cliff, and this feeling remains, this falling off a cliff from that moment. So in a kind of I, when I say I now, it's just a figure of speech. I was walking. It was more like walking is happening and opening the door is happening. It was so hilarious and absolutely quiet, and in a sense I knew that this is this. Finally, in a sense, this is real. Now it is here, but I didn't get it. Robin was a total failure.
Mm-hmm.
With him gone, this is what it is. So it's not anything I say in a sense of convincing you. It's not even like I'm trying to show you. It's not anything I can talk about, because there is no me talking and there is no one listening. It's simply this, enjoying this in apparently this form of sitting on these rocks and talking. Is itself, in a sense, enjoying itself, whatever, apparently in the form of this you and apparent in the form of this me, but these are just appearances. So any attempt for me to try to describe what this is would be dualism, would put us back into this cage. It's a silent understanding, like biting into an apple. If you haven't tasted an apple before, you simply take a bite and aha, that's all. It's nothing special, it's totally ordinary, and it's immensely wonderful. So when biting into yourself it's this taste of nothingness. That's the closest I can get to in language. It's this taste of nothingness when you bite into this eye, and it's not there. And you really, when you're really getting it, nothing explodes into this nothingness. As long as this sense of an eye remains, you're kind of walking around blindfolded. All your senses are kind of blocked. There's no way to sense this, because your senses is always telling you that this is an object. These are stones lying around us. We are sitting on rocks talking. Everything the senses tells me is that these are objects. I'm here, you are there, but it's absolutely not the case. That is the eye producing the illusion of there being something separate from myself all the time. So the very second, I just use that as a way of talking about it, you know. The very second you bite into this eye, you're supposed to discover an enlightened being there, an awakened being of some kind, and it's totally ordinary, simply biting into nothingness, and the eye is suddenly gone. Only this taste of this nothingness remains, and it remains because it is what it is. It's that, it's totally ordinary, biting in taking a bite of this apple, and in this very second, you kind of know what it is, but this is not a knowledge, this is not a knowing, it's simply,
Yeah, you see, everything that you do in life is that there's a condition, there's a condition for, I need to be the right conditions to make this happen. I need to fulfill a couple of criteria. Once I tick those few boxes, I'll be ready.
Regardless of how good you become at meditating, it doesn't mean anything, because it will still be this you illusion, thinking that, now I'm ready, because now I feel like I've become a Zen master. I sit just like her, and I can walk like her. I can even talk this Zen voice and all that thing. Yeah. I'm done. I want my certificate. Oh, Frank, you are a Zen master. It doesn't mean anything. Oh, I forgot.
You forgot to give it to me.
It's like even silence is silenced in that dissolving of there being an I illusion. It seems like a magic thing, but it's totally ordinary. This is what it is. There is no I tell me, oh yeah, this is what it is. There is no more an explanation attached to what is happening. It is received by nobody. It is continuously being received by nobody, not as an entity, but as long as this I is in operation, it cannot be seen. This cannot be discovered.
Yeah.
The I is in the way. Everything that has to do with ignorance is because of this I. When this I is gone, it's not exactly the opposite, that wisdom is suddenly here. That's in a duality perspective the opposite of ignorance. I mean, I would guess wisdom. But you're done with both. When ignorance is dropped, wisdom is also dropped. Now, I'd like to say that this can be conceived of as pure playfulness. I mean pure because there's nothing other than playfulness. There's nothing else attached to it. If we say that this is oneness, The idea comes, okay, I got this one, what's the other one? This is nirvana, this is Tao, this is God, or whatever word you like to use. This is shit. This is all nonsense. You can use whatever word you like, but people tend to think that there is a holier word that should be used when you talk about this. When you talk about this as God, you have to, revere this object or whatever thought arises in your mind. You can say it's anything. You can say nothingness. It's just a word. I'm not saying this as a kind of authority, because this is authority-less. There is no authority in this. There's freedom. This is freedom. Freedom from any authority, from any restriction, from any limitation. Some describe this as boundless freedom. Lovely words, yes, still words. It doesn't matter what you say this is. Boundless love, boundless... It's just words, but it's trying to indicate something, trying to put through a kind of message that this is freedom. It is freedom from yourself, from oneself. Freedom is the letting go or the dissolving of this illusion of there being an I. I'm really trying to indicate that I didn't make it. This revealed itself. It was not my doing at all. There is no me that brought this about, because this was this kind of all the time. So I'm neither alive nor dead. I don't know what it is. I don't care. I couldn't care less.
Yeah, there's raindrops on it. I am. Turn it off. And that's it.